Hello. I feel like this lighting makes me look very pale, but this is my tutorial on how to do loose curls with a flat iron. I do this all the time, and I just figured everyone knew how to do it because I think I was first taught how to do it by a hairdresser. Yes, I was. And I've just had to practice, but eventually got a hang of it, and it makes really nice loose curls, almost beach wavy, and it's pretty quick. Obviously I don't have my hair done right now. This is like post blow dry, but before we get into the curling, I will say that this is going to work differently for different hair types. So my hair type is definitely more coarse, a little bit drier. I have tons of natural volume, so I have a lot working in my favor when it comes to curling my hair and actually having curls that last. So I would recommend that if you have thinner hair, if it's finer, if it sticks straight, that maybe before you blow dry, if you choose to have clean hair when you do this, maybe adding some mousse or a styling spray or a styling cream, and blow dry that, or blow dry your hair with that product already applied, and maybe that'll help you have some hold. But I've also found that styling your hair when it's dirty can also work in your favor too. So maybe you aren't coming off of a hair wash day. I would just suggest brushing out your hair with a comb. I think it's, what do they call this? Like, not a fine tooth comb because it's not very fine, but using a comb instead of like a paddle brush, it's just a lot gentler on your hair, and you're less likely to break up your ends or give yourself split ends. So I would just suggest maybe even wet your hair down and just gently comb through it to get tangles out before you get started. So now the only thing I do have in my hair is, it's a 10 Silk Express Miracle Silk leave-in. It's just kind of like a leave-in conditioner that I give a few sprays on my ends, and then I go ahead and blow dry it. And that's when I don't put conditioner in my hair in the shower. Now, if you are a hair care professional, you may be cringing, and I apologize because I am not a professional hair care person or a beautician. This is all just trial and error, what works for me that I have figured out at home. Now, something new that I am going to try. So I just got my hair done a week ago, and when I say I got my hair done, I just got a trim, and then I did a deep conditioning treatment where they just put in a very deep conditioner, and then I sit under the alien bulbs, that's what I like to call them, and they apply heat. I think I was under that thing for like 10 minutes, but that just, I have found that it helps my hair with frizz, and because I do have more of a dry texture, it gets me, or it lasts me longer in between cuts. So I don't even know if I said that right, but it helps me have more time in between cuts is what I guess I'm trying to say. So my hairdresser suggested, because I told her I have to use dry shampoo now. I think post-baby, like, the hormones have just messed with me, and so I get really greasy right here. Like, even if I had just washed my day the hair before, I can wake up and it's greasy. So like right here, and then a little bit on this side will be greasy. And she suggested putting dry shampoo in those greasy spots on the same day that I wash my hair, because her theory is that as the oils will start to come through, the dry shampoo will already be there as a barrier to absorb the oil. So that's just, I'm gonna spray it in my hair for the first time today, when it's really not even greasy and still kind of clean, and I will maybe report back at a later time to tell you all how it worked. But this is a sample they gave me at the hair salon. It's a KMS Hair Play Makeover Spray Transformation Dry Cleansing Refresher and Finisher. So I'm just spraying it in those spots that are prone to getting greasy. We will see tomorrow if that actually helps. Now, what we are going for today again is a loose curl. It's just more of a relaxed, casual hairstyle, but still adds some fabulousness. Now with this, usually if I'm like curling my hair with the beach waver, I separate my hair out into layers. But for this hairstyle, I'm going for like a more cohesive look. I want the curls to be, to flow better and to kind of stay together. So I don't separate my hair out. I curl the layers together, and that's what was recommended to me by a hairstylist, was to just kind of keep them together. So you'll see, here's one layer, and then another, and then the longest. So you'll want to take, and you may find that some of your layers like just naturally separate. So what I would suggest is to try to get as much of 2 layers as you can within like half of a finger length. See the width there? It's about half of a finger. Get as much of 2 layers as you can in that cluster that has half of a finger length. You can see my beautiful postpartum hair loss regrowth right there. We'll deal with that later. So you're going to take your flat iron, and so here's the situation. The layers and the pieces of hair that are closer to your face, you want to curl away. That is what I have been told most frequently, is you want to curl those pieces away. Now, it's almost like you're going to straighten it. So clamp down. I start about midway in the middle of my head, not all the way up at the top of the roots. Twirl just once, and then pull straight down. Nice and slow. So there you see it. Now, you will see that I have these creases. I will go back later and straighten them out. So if that happens to you, don't be alarmed. It's easily fixable. You just have to reapply the heat and then move on. So if you are wanting a little bit more volume and just, I really don't know what the word is. I've been told that you can alternate directions of your curl. So we'll grab another, which is what I'll do just to show you what I mean. Grab another section. Now, sometimes you won't be able to curl all the layers together, and that's okay. But as much as you can, try to curl multiple layers together. The width, it's about half of a finger. Flat iron. Now to switch directions, this can be a little bit more tricky. You want to pull the hair over the flat iron towards your face. Turn once. Pull straight down. Now this will take some getting used to. Just see, that didn't curl very well, so I'll show you what I do. But it does take some getting used to, but once you get a hang of it, it's pretty quick. So we'll clamp again, pull it over the flat iron towards your face, turn once, pull away from you. It's nice and slow. Perfect. Now, sometimes I will go back and touch up the ends, but I try to let the curls cool down. I don't ever pull them out while they're hot. I always let them cool down before I touch them again. So that's the thing. It's like, it's a very low pressure way to do your hair because you can always go back and fix it. Now here in this section, I have about 3 different layers, but it's still kind of thick. So I think I'm gonna separate them out, not the layers, but just this chunk of hair. So I'm pulling it into 2 bunches, so I still have all 3 layers. And that train is so loud. All right, we take our flat iron, clamp. I'm going to be curling away, so bring it over, turn the flat iron once, pull straight down. Very nice. Checking my big mirror. Doing your hair in a iPhone camera isn't exactly the easiest. All right, get the second bunch. I'm gonna curl this one away as well and not in. So clamp, pull the hair over the flat iron, turn the flat iron once, pull it straight down. Nice. Okay, so now that's like a third of my hair already. It just goes pretty quick because you're not separating out your layers. Now the back is kind of tricky. With the back, I just have to do the best that I can. So I've got all 3 layers. I'm not sure which side is the best to show you from. Now this will take this just comes with time, but some finagling skills so that you can reach. I'm gonna clamp halfway, pull over, pull straight down. Making sure that hair stays in the flat iron. Sometimes if you don't clamp it well enough, it will fall out. But see how the different layers are starting to, like, they're still all curled together, but they tend to separate, and that's okay. As long as you curl them all together, you'll have a cohesive look. Okay. Then you just continue that all the way around your head, alternating which way you curl it if you want a fuller look. If you don't care, you can curl them whichever way you want. I would just, again, suggest any hair that's around your face, curl it away so that it's showing off your face and not covering it up. Okay, so I have a lot of touching up to do. So I will start here, and I'll just kind of flatten these little babies out. See? Like new. And then this didn't curl as well as I wanted it to, so pretty much gonna do a do-over. Much better. In this section, I'd like to see a little bit more curl in those ends. This one curled in, so. It's a little bit better. I'm gonna curl this one out because sometimes your hair will want to naturally curl one way over the other, and so sometimes I just try to curl it in that direction because I find that it'll hold better if you go with what it's asking for. I just don't love this piece right here. So instead of doing the whole curl over, sometimes I just start towards the bottom. There you go, and it just fixes it right up. So again, I'm letting these curls dry before cool off before I shake them out. I have a lot of touch-ups today. Normally, and see, I have a little crease here. So I'm gonna fix that, but I always kind of save like these last little bits around my face to do on their own, because just depending on how my hair dried that day, I either straighten them or I curl them so that they blend in with the rest of the hair. Today it looks like I'll definitely straighten this a little bit. I give it a little curve so that it's not stick straight. See how much better it blends in now. And then this little piece, I'll probably, let's see, yeah, I'll probably curl it. I'm gonna curl it away from my face. So, I'm pretty happy with that. I would say it's not the best, but it gets the job done. So now that they're pretty much cooled off, yeah, I would say they're cooled off, I shake my hair out. So I do like flip it over the head and back. I rarely like comb through the curls. I'm more of a shaker. Now this one I will pull the curl apart just because I feel like it was a little more curly versus wavy. Yeah, pretty good. So I think to finish off, there's like setting sprays. I just use a basic Pantene hairspray. Let me see the hold. It's a level 4 of hold. So with the hairspray, I just try to spray it on the ends and not necessarily up near my roots, just because I don't like the crunchy to be up at my roots. And it helps it stay smooth down here if I'm not touching it a bunch. My hair is prone to frizz. So I'm just working the hairspray in there by like scrunching it like you would if you have curly hair and you're putting gel in. Just kind of helps those curls set into place. Very good. And then I will flip over so that I can get the underside of the hair. There we go. And then if you do find that you have a lot of flyaways, I take a like a coarse bristle teasing brush and I just comb over my flyaways. Sometimes I will hairspray if they're like really active, but just a little bit of a little bit of brushing with that coarse bristle teasing comb should do the trick. So hopefully this was helpful. Just again, a quick review. If you're looking for the more cohesive curls with a flat iron, you pull your strand out, as many layers in one bunch as you can, about half of a finger width wide, or about half of a finger length wide. Clamp, toss that hair over, twirl that flat iron once to secure the hair in place, and pull straight down. And then you will have your curls. And then reverse and go the other direction to curl inwards. Hope this was helpful. Have a great day.